Hello, my name is Daniel Pritchard. I farm at Webley Castle Farm, Llanryddion Gower. We farm about 250 acres and have just over 1,000 ewes. Our sheep lamb in April, and then within about 2 or 3 weeks, the lambs are put down onto the marsh, and then those fields won't see animals again probably until October. I've been with the Prospero Pasture for a good few years now, started off at Master Grass, and I've worked my way up to Advanced Plus. Moving on from the farm earlier, we've just come 200 yards up the road to a block of land which we own. It's a 50-acre block, and behind me there's 420 lambs, probably averaging about 30 kilos. They're the last lambs which we've got, just been weaned, and I've just started their rotations now. Started a few days ago, and I'm confident I've got enough grass to last them up until Christmas up in this block. Because this grass has been growing since we took a second cut, it's got a bit far ahead of them. So with that, I decided to mob all the lambs we got together, which we've got left on the farm, and try to get right on top of the grass and to get them moving around this block. Generally on this farm, the fields are about 5, 6, 7 acres. The one they're in now is one of our bigger ones, which is, I think, is about 9 acres, this field. I haven't put any electric fencing up yet, but it's something I might be doing in the future. One thing with the infrastructure, though, I have spent a little bit of money just putting in more water troughs and dragging some alkathene pipes around just to make it a bit easier for them. And it gives me the options then, if I do want to put an electric fence up, I can put it wherever I want now. Since the programme, I've started measuring grass and taken grass cutting analysis to see how much goodness is in the grass. And I think you learn so much from doing that, and it gives you a lot of confidence that what you're doing will come good and the grass will last for a lot longer than what you actually think it will. I was kind of experimenting beforehand, but without any sort of figures or any knowledge of what I was doing. It was mainly just moving them every 3 days because that's what I read in the magazines. But then since starting this programme, I've looked into it in a bit more depth. I was out here measuring last week just to see what this block had, and I know that there's over 3,000 kilograms of dry matter a hectare in this field. And then, obviously from then on, I could work out how long the lambs could stay here. But one of the main things which I've used it for is for a pre-lambing grazing rotation. These fields were used for the whole of March, really, for the ewes with multiples to graze around before they started lambing in April. On our system here, we don't really use the fields during the summer. So, like I said, the pre-lambing grazing and this time of year for lamb finishings when we need it. So therefore we need the best grass we can get. And I took a sample beginning of March, and it was as good as any concentrate you'll ever buy. So it just really made me think, why would I ever buy concentrate? I think the ME was touching 12, the protein was about 22%. So that really does sharpen the mind on what you could be spending money on and what you should be spending money on. With the pre-lambing grazing, the speed of which the grass was recovering after it had been grazed by the big mob, it was catching up fields which hadn't been grazed 2 weeks before. So it just shows that if you do get it down in February, March, it will come back quickly for April. I like to sort of think we're farming with nature. I think if you try and kick nature too hard, it's going to bite back, and there's only one winner there. So we try and leave our soils in as good as condition as can be. I try not to graze the fields too hard in the winter, just so there is that little bit of growth available when it does start to go. With the whole group, we're looking at lots of different benchmarkings. Main ones being grass growth and average farm covers, and then we looked into individual financials and carbon storage on different farms. We looked into in depth, and it's nice to be able to look at other people's, have a little nose and see what what they're spending money on and what the returns they're getting are, and take little bits then to move into this farm and see where I can improve everything.